For Asian people used to eating hot and spicy foods that Western palates find difficult, what is your culinary pain equivalent when you're presented with food from a Western cuisine like New Zealand, Australia, Europe or North America? My Chinese neighbor was talking about how grossed out he is by cheese being on everything in the US, and melted gooey cheese is particularly disgusting to him. He remarked that the only thing we don't put cheese on is fish. I proceeded to tell him about the culinary delight that is a tuna melt. Mustard. It's a different kind of spicy and I can't handle it. I guess cold water or sparkling water, now I'm used to it, but when I was younger I always got stomach aches because everyone drank cold water in kindergarten. Sparkling seltzer water. Now I come from an Asian country where ice cold water is pretty acceptable due to the unbearable heat, but God forbid I never understood why people drank sparkling water. I worked part-time at a restaurant in a touristy area and so many Europeans would drink $6 sparkling water and I never understood why. I've tried it myself a few times and to quote the culinary genius Ralph Wiggums, it tastes like burning. Strong tasting cheese. I can't handle anything stronger than cheddar. People tend to underestimate how heavy Greek food tends to be on the stomach. For example, if you have traditionally cooked moussaka, it will be tasty as hell, but it will sit in your stomach like a brick. So far most of my friends have suffered because they underestimated its heaviness. The only one that has made it through the gauntlet that is Greek food is my current GF. That girl can eat. Not my own experience, but my girlfriend is Thai and eats incredibly spicy food on the regular, but can't stomach traditional Icelandic smoked lamb. Too salty and too smoke-y for her. Me on the other hand absolutely love that shit. My father-in-law is Indian and eats flaming hot curries all the time. But he recoils in fear from black pepper. Like, plain old, sitting on the table next to the salt shaker. Pepper. I don't even think of black pepper as spicy, but if you bite into a peppercorn or something, it does have a bit of a kick. Nothing like the ghost peppers this guy could eat like cherries, but that black pepper kick was just enough to scare him off. My Indian labmate was telling me that she couldn't handle the amount of cinnamon we use in desserts, that it was more of a sparingly used element of savory spice blends for her. I'm raised as a Thai and you know that our culture is based on spicy food, sometimes it can go from mild to insane. I'm more of a middle guy. Food here is also based on fresh vegetables and light meat, and complicated flavors of spicy, sweet and sour at the same time. When exposed to other Southeast Asian cuisine, I can handle most of them and I find East Asian cuisine bland sometimes. But Western cuisine, the culinary pain I went through is the amount of fat in the dish. By fat I mean oil, butter, cheese and any equivalents. I just can't handle if the food is too oily and will ruin my appetite every single time. I would even feel queasy or even dizzy after the meal, and the only way to fix this? Spice and a lot of spice. I'm of half Asian European descent, so I've been raised to appreciate both sides of Asian and Western cuisine, so I don't have a problem with either. However, looking at my observations with my Asian friends when I introduce them to some Western dishes, extremely sour dishes or pickled fish seems to be the most offensive to them. Put some sauerkraut or pickled herring in front of them and they just disappear, lol. Edit. Changed your regime to mixed descent cause I think it means something different to other editors. Sorry for confusing y'all. I know a friend who absolutely cannot deal coconut milk based sauces. I have many co-workers who are Chinese. Many comment on when I eat raw veggies. I guess they are used to cooking everything. Also Chinese people love their food and drinks to be hot, temperature wise. I'm guessing that cornflakes with cold milk would be a hard no. Bland unsalty foods. Also, even though I have a huge sweet tooth, some desserts are too sweet rich. My Japanese friends say that American sweets are too sweet. Like the cakes and cookies taste like sugar and nothing else. Vegemite and Marmite. I moved to NZ 4 years ago from Singapore. I cannot compute how a nation that loves relatively bland unspicy food also embraces that hideous salty, yeasty weird paste. Arch. Raw uncooked stuff. Not me, but my dad shudders when he sees a steak served rare. Stuff like raw oysters, beef tartar, even runny eggs horrify him. Sugary foods like cakes, cookies and the smoothies you call coffee. There is just too much sugar. Cliché, but the absence of seasoning and like way too much cheese. It tastes good for like a bite or two but gets irritating real quick. And also how you guys can eat desserts that are not bite-sized. Edit. Wow, you guys really are pressed over my bite-sized dessert statement. Where I come from, we have desserts that can be consumed in a bite. That gives the person who is eating it the choice to consume more if they want, which is not the case in, say, a piece of pie or a cupcake. You either got to eat it all or see it go to waste. Also, the sweets from my country are way stronger, sweeter in taste than Western sweets, so it's convenient being bite-sized. Everything is so damn sweet. There's so much sugar in every candy, cake, drinks, etc. In China, you can definitely taste the difference. We got a cake for my grandmother's birthday and there was an extremely small amount of sugar. There was more fruit than frosting, lol. Lichen sucks rife.